Something is opening up in your energy field, Taurus, and what you will see tomorrow has no earthly explanation. Have you ever felt chills for no reason? Presences you can't name? An invisible pressure just before sleeping? This message was channeled during a unique conjunction of Venus with Uranus, and what it revealed is reminiscent of Dolores Cannon's visions, a vibrational portal that only you can activate. If you got this far, it's because you've already felt it. And when you read what's coming, something in your DNA is going to wake up. Have you been waking up without reason at the same hour every night? Do you feel like time has slowed down, or that your thoughts echo louder than usual? Have you sensed an unseen presence brushing against your skin just before sleep takes you? Taurus, what you are about to experience in the next 24 hours cannot be explained by logic or science. It belongs to a higher vibration that's been silently shaping your life behind the veil. Before we continue, Taurus, if your soul already feels seen by these words, if something inside you stirred even slightly, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below with what your heart is sensing. Your energy matters here, and by doing so, you're not just joining a space, you're aligning yourself with a collective awakening meant for you. This message was not planned, it was received. It came through when the skies whispered the secrets of a celestial convergence between Venus, your ruling planet, and Uranus, the awakener. This rare alignment, last seen over 8 decades ago, has returned with precise and divine timing in your house of destiny, and it has opened a gateway that is only accessible to those who are ready. You are ready. When I pulled the cards for your energy under the September sky, something unusual happened. The Tower reversed, the 9 of Swords. Then the Hermit. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from recognition. The kind of trembling that comes when the soul remembers something it hasn't yet lived, but already knows is true. A spiritual memory awakening. These cards did not simply speak, they shouted. A karmic decision you made exactly 3 lunar cycles ago is about to show itself in full form, not in theory, in flesh. A ripple you created in your past is reaching back toward you with thunderous silence. The kind that changes the color of your days, the kind that rearranges destinies. Tonight, while most souls sleep unaware, something in your energy will shift. It has already begun. Your heart may feel a sudden acceleration. You may see repeating numbers, 11, 11, 444, 22, 22. And just as the moon begins its climb across the sky tonight, a message will try to reach you. Whether it comes in a dream, a whisper, a flicker of light, or an unexplainable feeling of being watched. Listen, that is not fear, that is contact. The Empress came through in the reading, the embodiment of your divine essence. She stood beside the Ace of Pentacles and the Star. This triad, Taurus, has only appeared once before in the last 10 years of my readings, and that time, the person left behind everything they knew and built a legacy that outlived them. Do you feel the goosebumps now? Because tomorrow, when the sun reaches its zenith, a sequence will unfold. One small act, one text, one step. But behind it, 1,000 invisible forces will be aligned, carrying your soul to the very edge of a new frequency. Something you've been calling in unconsciously is now responding, not because it is time, but because you are ready. A whisper from Spirit said this clearly. What Taurus will feel tomorrow is not a coincidence, it is a return. You have been climbing a silent mountain, believing perhaps that nothing is shifting. But beneath your feet, tectonic layers have been moving, realms aligning, ancestors watching, and now the gate opens, but not everyone can come with you. Someone close has been draining your field with unseen cords of envy and fear, masked as concern or affection. The 7 of Wands appeared inverted beside the Devil reversed. This is a warning, Taurus. There are hands touching your field that do not wish for your rise. But the Archangel Michael revealed himself in the form of temperance 3 times. That is divine protection. That is holy intervention. The storm that has been circling your name is not meant to destroy, it is meant to cleanse. You have cried in silence. You have questioned your worth in the solitude of night. You have doubted your voice, even when your heart screamed the truth. No more. Spirit says you did not imagine the signs. You are not wrong. You are not alone. Take a moment. Breathe. Now, if your soul felt seen, heard, or awakened by this message, I invite you to write this in the comments. I surrender to the unseen path that leads to my divine becoming. Let your words be a declaration. Let them echo in the energy field you carry. This is not just a comment. It is an energetic contract, a signature of remembrance. The universe already heard you. Now make it official. And now, Taurus, before I reveal what will unfold in the second part of this activation, I must ask something of you. Not as a command, but as an invitation to your own alignment. You may feel it already, your body subtly changing its rhythm. Sleep becomes elusive or strangely vivid. Your appetite fluctuates. Your skin becomes sensitive to touch. Your dreams stretch further into memory, and your thoughts are less rooted in logic and more in vision. These are not symptoms. They are signals. Your soul is preparing to receive. What awaits you beyond the edge of this moment is not an opportunity. It is a remembrance. A remembering of why you were born under this earthbound sign. Taurus, you are not just stability and structure. You are the keeper of sacred codes, the anchor of divine manifestation. When higher energies seek form on earth, they seek you. And right now, they are seeking. The high priestess appeared inverted, then upright, on her own, as I laid the second spread. This has only happened when a message is being delivered not just to the conscious mind, but to the cellular memory of the soul. This is ancestral. This is sacred. This is a calling from beyond the veil. Something will arrive within the next 72 hours that appears small, even insignificant. It may come as a question from a stranger, a misdialed number, a delay, an old message resurfacing. And yet it will carry within it the exact frequency needed to activate a dormant gift inside you. You may not recognize it at first, but you will feel it. Your skin might tingle. You may hear your name whispered without sound. You might feel as though someone stood behind you, yet the room remains empty. Taurus, this is not your imagination. It is your intuition realigning with your higher path, and that path, it was veiled by pain for too long. You've been faithful to a version of yourself that was built from survival, from responsibility, from duty. But now, your soul demands something else, not more effort but more truth, and truth requires the shedding of what is no longer aligned, no matter how familiar. The Death card, positioned beside the Six of Cups and the Wheel, confirms this. A cycle from your childhood, one linked to guilt, silence, or sacrifice, is ending. A new season begins, not just in your outer life, but in your very way of existing. You will no longer ask for permission to feel whole. The signs have been persistent. A song from years ago plays on repeat. A bird lands too close, watching. A child says something that resonates too deeply to be coincidence. You smell a scent that hasn't been around for years. These are not random. They are coded communications from the higher realms, guiding you back into alignment. You've been asking, when will things change? The answer is not when. The answer is now, but not in time, in vibration. The moment you shift internally, the outer world cannot help but mirror it. And it's already begun. Your perception is sharpening. Your spirit team, those beings that walk with you between lifetimes, are closer than ever before. And one of them is someone you loved deeply, who left too soon. This soul has been trying to reach you, not through dreams alone, but through time distortions. Have you noticed time behaving strangely, losing track of hours? Glimpsing repeated patterns like 1:11 or 3:33 in moments of emotional intensity. This is your confirmation. You are not losing your mind. You are shedding the outdated versions of it. Taurus, it is essential that you protect your field in the days to come. Light a candle, Speak aloud your truth. Take a salt bath. Place your hands on the earth. These acts are not rituals of tradition. They are technologies of remembrance. You are not just a participant in a cosmic plan. You are a co-architect. Someone will reach out to you soon, unexpectedly. Their energy may feel confusing, even triggering. But behind the mask of their behavior lies a key you need, a key to forgiveness, a key to self-worth, a key to unlocking the very abundance you've been seeking. Because abundance for you has never been about luxury. It has always been about liberation. And now that liberation is on its way, but here is the truth few will tell you. Not everyone will celebrate your rising. When you shed your old skin, some will cling to the version of you that made them comfortable. You may feel guilt. You may feel tempted to dim again. Don't. The star reappeared in your reading, flanked by the World and the King of Pentacles. This is not just an omen, it is a coronation. You are being prepared to receive what your soul has waited lifetimes to hold, and you must rise to meet it. You must choose your light even when others fear its brilliance. So Taurus, what do you choose? Taurus, you are standing at the edge of a threshold that has been waiting for you since before your birth. You may not remember it with your mind, but your soul has never forgotten. The dreams you've had lately, fragmented, surreal, looping back to old places and faces, aren't dreams. They are echoes from your spiritual contract trying to awaken you to your original mission. And yes, you came here with a mission, not to fix what others broke, not to carry wounds that don't belong to you, not to bend yourself for love that asks you to shrink. You came here to be the still point in a spinning world. To be the frequency that doesn't collapse in chaos, to root the divine into matter, into beauty, into presence. And now, the universe is preparing to give you the tool you once buried when the world taught you to forget your power. That tool, your voice. Not just your spoken words, but the energy behind them, the decree of your being. You're going to feel this shift in your throat, in your chest, even in your breath. It might feel like a tightness one moment, a release the next. A flood of emotions without any clear trigger. If this message is resonating deeply, if you've been nodding quietly, feeling tears, chills, or clarity, you're in sync with something sacred. Pause for just a second. Subscribe now and share in the comments the sign or word that's echoing in your soul. You're not alone in this. Your voice will magnetize others walking the same invisible path. Don't suppress it. Don't rationalize it. Let it rise. Let it scream. Let it cry. Let it break. Because what breaks now isn't you. It's the illusion that ever told you you were small. The Hierophant, your own archetype, appeared upright, radiant, and crowned by divine light in the third reading. This is no accident. This card is the keeper of sacred knowledge, the anchor of truth through all dimensions. But in your case, Taurus, the Hierophant isn't here to teach. You've already done that. He's here to initiate. Into what? A new stage of your soul's mastery. You've been tested in silence. You've walked through emotional deserts. You've watched others rise while your efforts went unseen. That wasn't punishment. It was purification. The universe has been aligning you with a level of integrity so high, only those on a soul mission could ever withstand it. And now it's complete. The veil is lifting. But here's the sacred paradox. Your next blessing will come disguised. It won't arrive in the form you expect. It might look like a loss, a closed door, a disruption. And that's how you'll know it's divine, because the old you would resist it, but the real you, the soul you, will recognize the code hidden inside. And the moment you surrender, the floodgates will open. Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Lovers. These three came out in a straight line, as if the cards themselves knew you had to see it clearly. It's not just about what's ending, it's about what's coming. Something or someone is approaching your orbit, faster than you think. A message, a partnership, an invitation that will feel strangely familiar, like you've already lived it in another timeline. That's because you have. What you're about to step into is not a new path, it's the original one. The one you detoured from when fear spoke louder than intuition, and now fate is guiding you back. But there's something else, Taurus. During the third pull, I felt a sudden temperature shift. A spiritual presence entered, male, wise, not of this world. And he whispered something I wrote down immediately. Taurus is the bridge. The old must pass through them to be reborn. This isn't metaphor. This is lineage. You are a channel for ancestral release. Your healing is not just your own. It is the culmination of pain held in 7 generations behind you. You carry the grief of those who could not speak, could not rise, could not dream. But you can, and you must. You've already been feeling it. The sudden weight of memories that don't belong to you, the fear that seems irrational, the fatigue that comes from nowhere. You are transmuting dense energies, and that's why your body has been acting differently. You're not broken, you're becoming. And in this becoming, there is no room for shame. Do you understand, Taurus? Your mere existence is enough to shift the destiny of every bloodline you come from. You do not need to earn rest. You do not need to prove your worth through overgiving. You are allowed to be seen in your brilliance without apology. And when this truth lands fully in your body, miracles will accelerate. Because your soul is magnetic now, your aura is expanding, your very thoughts are prayers, and your silence is becoming prophecy. You must be careful with your words, because they are birthing realities. You must be careful with your boundaries, because your light attracts both miracles and moths. And most of all, you must trust, because in the next 24 hours, the final sign will arrive. It will confirm everything you've suspected. It may come through a dream, a scent, a name, a sudden flash of insight, but it will arrive. And once it does, you will not be able to return to who you were. You will be initiated. There is a moment, rare and silent, when the soul recognizes it has crossed a point of no return. Taurus, you are in that moment now. You may feel unusually calm or wildly restless. You may feel like something is ending, though you can't name what. You may cry without reason. You may find yourself seeking solitude, nature, silence. This is not depression. This is metamorphosis, the dissolving of the outdated identity your soul no longer resonates with. The fool has entered your spread, walking barefoot through lightning. But this is not the naive beginning of someone unaware. This is the conscious leap of a soul who has remembered its wings. Everything you're about to walk into has been orchestrated in unseen dimensions long before you arrived here. The people you're about to meet, already chosen. The messages you'll hear, already written. The transformation you're undergoing, already activated. And yet you still have free will. This is why the Two of Swords appeared crossed by the moon. You are at a fork in the inner path, not between good and bad, right or wrong, but between comfort and alignment. Between the version of you the world has learned to expect, and the version your soul is now demanding you embody. There will be tests, not from the universe to punish you, but from your own psyche, trying to protect you. Old stories will resurface, doubts dressed in logic, patterns disguised as coincidence. But make no mistake, each one is a guardian of your next gate, and the password is presence. You cannot bypass this with willpower alone. You must soften, surrender, not collapse, but open. The tower you once feared is now the temple being cleared for your rebirth. In your field, I saw an image, a golden gate surrounded by shadows whispering your name. Each shadow held a different memory, a childhood wound, a betrayal, a failure, a guilt that was never yours to carry. They were not blocking the gate. They were guarding it, waiting for your courage to claim the key. That key, forgiveness. Forgiveness not for what was done to you, but for how long you believed it defined you. And when you offer that forgiveness, gently without force, something sacred happens. The gate opens, not outside you, but within you. And from that place, Taurus, you become unshakable. You will begin to see differently, feel differently. You'll walk into a room and sense what others can't. You'll speak and notice people pause, drawn not to your words, but to your frequency. This is what real magnetism is, and it's been dormant in you for far too long. But now you rise. Let me be clear, this is not about sudden wealth or dramatic fame. This is deeper. This is about resonance, your life beginning to match your soul, your reality becoming an extension of your truth, not your trauma. And as that alignment strengthens, material abundance follows, not as a reward, but as a reflection. And yet, this path is not without sacred loss. In the next 7 days, someone or something will leave your life. It may be subtle, a conversation that ends with no reply, a door that closes without drama, a friendship that simply fades. Do not chase what leaves gently. Let it go with grace. These are exits written by Spirit to make room for what your destiny has been waiting to deliver. And what's coming? Justice. Not revenge, not control, but divine rebalancing. What was stolen will return, multiplied. What was denied will be restored, honored, and what was hidden will now rise, bathed in light. The Six of Pentacles revealed itself again, this time reversed, then upright. The cosmic law of return is in motion. Everything you've given without recognition, every act of silent kindness, every seed of generosity planted in barren soil, all of it has been seen, and now it returns, through unexpected channels, through grace, not force, and in the center of it all, Taurus, you, no longer the one waiting for a miracle, but the one embodying it. Taurus, take a moment. Close your eyes, just for a breath, and listen to the silence behind this message, that quiet pull in your chest, that subtle electricity rising up your spine. That's not emotion, that's recognition. Your spirit has waited a long time for this alignment, longer than you think. Not just months, lifetimes. And now, with every passing second, your field is shifting, your codes are unlocking, your path is crystallizing. This is not a prediction. This is the echo of something that has already happened in another timeline, and now it is arriving in your hands. The world reappeared in your final spread, but this time it came whole, not fragmented, not distant, not inverted. This means you have completed an invisible cycle, one that perhaps no one else noticed, but that your soul has been working on since you were a child. A contract is fulfilled, a karmic debt is cleared, a new octave of destiny begins. But this new phase is not just about success, it's about sovereignty. From now on, you will no longer chase what isn't aligned. You will no longer beg for understanding in rooms not meant for your truth. You will no longer water gardens that never bloom for you. Because something inside you has changed, not just in belief, but in vibration. And that vibration is calling in everything that has been held back by time and fear. Tomorrow, when the clock touches 11:11, pause. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Stop, feel, because at that precise moment something will shift, a veil will lift, a code will activate. You may hear a name, see a sign, feel a sudden wave of knowing in your bones. That's your moment, your gate. Don't rationalize it, receive it, because when that moment passes, your soul will remember why you chose this life, this sign, this exact moment in time. The priestess stood beside the sun at the end of your reading. This is no coincidence. This means full spiritual exposure. Secrets once hidden will surface, not just about others, but about yourself. You'll begin to see how protected you've been, how loved, how watched over, even in moments when you felt most alone. Taurus, your guardian has never left you. They walk beside you, cloaked in synchronicity, whispering through déjà vu, placing feathers in your path, playing that one song on the radio that you needed in that exact moment. They have fought battles for you in other realms while you slept, and now they stand behind you, hand on your shoulder, whispering, "It's time." This next chapter of your life will be unrecognizable compared to what you've lived. The pain will not disappear, but it will transmute. The grief will not vanish, but it will crystallize into wisdom. And every closed door will begin to make sense. But here's the last truth I must give you. You must choose to rise. Not because it's easy, but because it's already written. You are not waiting for permission. You are reclaiming memory. You are not broken. You are in bloom. You are not late. You are exactly on divine time. And the universe, it's not sending you another test. It's handing you the keys. If your soul felt this transmission deep in your bones, if the tears came, if your heart opened, if something invisible clicked into place, then I invite you to write this in the comments. I remember who I am. I choose my divine timeline now. Let this be your final seal, a sacred signature on the new contract your soul is stepping into. These words will not only echo into the field of Taurus, but into the lives you're destined to impact with your awakening. The door is open. Walk through it. And now, Taurus, if this message awakened something ancient in you, if you felt the truth beyond words, this is your moment. Subscribe, not out of habit, but as a declaration to the universe. I am ready. And leave a comment with what you're claiming in this season of your becoming. Your words have power. Let them shape the reality you're now stepping into.